All right, folks, welcome to the weekly crypto market update. As I said in my live, I said in my last crypto market update that we should be seeing these specific price points are getting tapped. But as I said before, I wanted to see this candle, some sort of do consolidation candle, but it didn't make sense for it to do that because market made the low of the month already. Right? We have 1 day and 5 hour. So the market made the low of the month already. So it doesn't make sense for the market to go back down and super out this low then go up high. It did not make sense since the market already made the low of the month. It needs to go up higher and closer for the monthly candle, just like this. Now, the monthly candle closes in the next 1 day and 5 hours. What do I want to see? I want to see either this high, the all-time high getting souped to go down lower, or this high right over here, the 110K mark getting souped without hitting the all-time high. They're pushing right back down to the 98 mark, then going up higher from here to the all-time high, make a new all-time high, eventually from there crumble to the ground from the 3-month CRT. So that is what I got for BTC. But at the moment, as I said before, I wanted to see this 108, 108K mark getting tapped, which he got tapped, as I said before. I'm saying I'm T. So that's what we have. But what I'm looking at newly here is I want to see this high right over here getting souped, then without hitting the all-time high, then plummeting down to the ground, hitting our low. But nothing is ever guaranteed. Market could go soup up the high, make a all-time high, then go lower without really doing all that. I mean, it definitely does make sense to do that as well, because we have a 3-month CRT at this point, right? 3-month CRT gonna get closed in the next 5 days. But I just wanted to see, if we could do some Eurofik, planning. But it's probably gonna be some sort of a monthly CRT downside, which can be this candle as well. So if it goes based on this monthly CRT, this monthly fair value gap is going to get disrespected. It's going to go from monthly ERL back to this monthly IRL all the way down here, which is going to be right below the CRT. And then a higher time frame is going to be a monthly CRT downside, monthly ERL back to this monthly IRL all the way down here. Eventually get this inversion, invert this fair value gap, then plummet down even further to the downside, then eventually attach the 6-month CRT. So 6 month going to be 6-month ERL back to IRL, and count me down on this. This is what's gonna happen. So we're gonna have some sort of a 6-month. We do have this little gap here. This little gap is gonna get filled. Let's see if the market will respect the CRT still. Let's hope this 6-month CRT is still respected. I want to see the 6-month CRT still get respected. If it can't get respected, bro, like this bear market is gonna be crazy. So yeah. Bro, I make sure that shit down. Like, usually, if the bear market's like, hey, if you're a spot trader, you can't make money, but if you're a leverage trader, you could shut that shit down. And let's see if the 6-month CRT gets met. Let's see the 6-month CRT gets respected. Eventually, if it doesn't get respected, we'll probably highly see 49K market getting tapped. And eventually, there, probably fuck around there a lot. Accumulate. Let the bear market end, eventually make a new all-time high for the next bull market, which will be in the next 2 years. So it's a very long-term play. So once again, we have a as well. We have the 3-month, and as I probably wondering, well, why this one I deliver, right? Why this one I go all the way down here? So your concept is wrong. No, time, right? Time. Johnny could be selling down at 100,000 or 110,000. Johnny and T, I could be selling during the right time, and Johnny could be selling the wrong time, and Johnny will lose money, then I gain money. Why? Because the time we sold, although we sold at the same price, he faced fucking losses, I faced the win. Because why? because I sold during a specific time. And it goes, well, how do I know? Like, how do I know that the next month is next from now on forward? Probably gonna be some fucking bullshit push to the downside after it makes the all time high. Oh, so you hear me how I said after making an all time high? The next couple quarters is gonna be fucking bearish price action, right? Why? Because that's what it's been doing, right? That is what it's been doing for the past fucking God knows how long now. Bear market, right? Bear market again here, right? So it's going to happen. So keep that in mind. Bear market is going to happen. It's inevitable, right? So it's not all going to be up. It's going to be some sort of bear market down here. So eventually, in a very high price point, I do want to see a push down to at least 49K mark, then go possibly down to fucking even lower than that and accumulate. So if it goes back to 100K, you're gonna have a 1x return. If you go down to 20K mark, you know what I'm saying? Long term type shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if that happens, bro, I'm getting a $2 million fucking loan. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And if it goes to a loss, shit, bankruptcy. I'm covered. So, and we start over. But yeah, that's what for Bitcoin in the higher time frame. And we're gonna be going more in depth and later the next crypto market update. But because the monthly candle still has not closed yet, so we cannot determine this yet. So we have for Bitcoin. Now going over to Ethereum, we have currently we had SMT with the downside, but SMT doesn't really matter. The fuck. So will we see a new all-time high on Ethereum, bro? Like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to tell because Bitcoin wants to go down after the next couple, and then next month, it's probably gonna start this whole fucking bear trend, right? So I don't really fucking know. It may stagnate. I mean, this whole alt season has been stagnating. I mean, the alt season has already happened. If you really pay attention to it, the alt season has been happening for a long fucking time. The alt season has already happened, right? It's already happened. And if I go to some sort of, it has already happened here. Don't you guys think this is probably the high of the alt season? This is the October 22. This is from all over here, from the bear market bottom. This rally to the upside. Don't you think it's already happened? Because Akash and all of these other good coins, they pumped 16x, 18x, 30x, 25x, 15x, 10x. There are 10x's there, and they're in the millions categories and billions of categories, right? They have X, 10s, 20s, 30s. So the alt season has probably already happened, and the alt season is not fucking delayed. People would say alt season is delayed. Bitcoin is gonna show some fucking bearish passion in the next couple of 2 months. When it shows that, if it would still say alt season delayed, you're gonna fucking lose a lot of money. So just be careful. And yeah. But for Ethereum, we have a 3% to the upside. If Bitcoin can go up, I think it's gonna go up, and the Bitcoin at the moment is going to go up. So this will highly go up higher. We have a 3-month to the upside. We have a 3-month key level to the CRT as well, on a 6-month time frame with a 6-month to the upside. But I do want to see some bullish pricing on Ethereum. I mean, if Bitcoin could stagnate, fuck around for a whole 2 months, I'll probably see Ethereum make a new all-time high easily, right? Easily. If the Bitcoin stagnates for 2 months, if Ethereum gains dominance over the stagnation of Bitcoin, bro, we're gonna fucking make all season very easily, right? But since coins has already asked so many times, it doesn't really matter, right? It's probably already happened. So be very careful on the all season side to wish for all season. That's why I got out more. That's why I got out all my coins after getting in early, right? Do not get greedy. So on the 6 month time frame with 6 month downside for XRP, doesn't really matter unless Bitcoin says so, and Bitcoin has not said it yet. So on the XRP, on a 3 month time for 3 month IRL back to ERL of a 3 month CTS upside as well. So that's what we have for XRP. We're gonna see some bearish price action probably after the all-time high. As I said, if Bitcoin stagnates, it could be there's as an expert, there's very few possibilities. Possibility number one, Bitcoin makes the all-time high and has a lot of dominance and fucking plummets. I mean, if that happens, it makes a new all-time high, and then you hear me how I said new all-time high. That means it's definitely gonna make new all-time high before it goes back down all the way down lower. Which that's the point of it. That's how you trust people to get into the market, right? How does the bear market start? By everybody being horrific, everybody think it's gonna be, it's never gonna end. That's when that's when you should be selling, right? When that happens, that's when you should sell, right? When everybody thinks it can go up higher without waiting, that's what's gonna big thing gonna happen. So that's just what is probably gonna happen. I see it so many times now. Next possibility is probably gonna be if then. If we consolidate, then we will probably see all season start. If Bitcoin pumps, then we can see no fucking all season. Then we can see a fucking bitch ass dump because Bitcoin's dominance. That's what's gonna happen. There are only two possibilities. As I said right over there, there are one of the two. And in the eyes of amateurs, probably plenty, right? It's gonna be like this, fucking the Fed printing. What the fuck? Show me the chart, I'll take the news, right? That's all that matters. I don't give a fuck about the Fed printing or not. It doesn't matter. It's been printing every fucking day. How the fuck will you? How the fuck will you keep up? Yeah, I didn't print like $1 billion today, bro. You know what I'm saying? So pay attention to the chart instead of the fucking thing, because a lot of you guys like to use the fucking news, the fundamentals. The only fundamental you should be using is FOMC, right? FOMC, the day before FOMC, you should be trading. The day before FOMC meeting minutes, you should be trading. But everything else, you shouldn't have no fucking any. You shouldn't have any excuses, right? That's what I should say. Because if we go back to, let me go to crypto. Let me go to over to Forex market here real quick. Right, let me go back to the last FOMC that happened recently, which was a couple of days ago. This right here's the last FOMC that happened. The day before, you could have taken a trade the day before, right? You could have taken this total soup short, the key level itself, right? You could have taken this key level itself to the downside, or if you're smarter, with a lower time frame, see more into the market, you could have sold this right over here instead of selling this one. Why? Simple, because this one above this high, when this market made a bust of liquidity, it never tapped the order block, right? The proportion block. So it's less probability. When this candle presents this liquidity, now on this candle's high, right by it is the what? The proportion block. So you could have sold the proportion block or the bust of liquidity itself and short it down. The only way I advise you guys to trade the day before FOMC press conference or FOMC meeting minutes is if you trade total soup. If you do not trade total soup, do not trade the day before FOMC press conference or FOMC meeting minutes. If you do trade total soup, you can, but you need to be a little bit more advanced in total soup. Trading. You need to be a little bit more smarter. Okay, you gotta think about it, right? So this is why I say souping this low, this high is better than this high. You could also show this fucking order block because order block is in the 0.50 to 0.86 mark of the OT leg. So shorting down this would make much more, just shorting down the order block itself would make much more sense than shorting down this bust liquidity, right? So there's a lot of ways, or you could have shut it down this fucking resistance block of this order block of the progression block, and you could have shut it down, right? So the resistance block is right on the fucking order block. Right on top of it is right above the 0.50% mark to be 86 mark. So if you're trading total soup, as you guys know, whereas OT, you only sell above or below the 0.50, 0.86 mark. You never buy or sell. You never buy high, never sell low. In this case, selling cheap. You're selling deep retracement. You buy deep retracement. You sell. You buy low, sell high. You never buy high, never sell low. In this case, selling low. So you want to sell here, deep retracement, then sell off. So that's the only way you could have took this trade the day before it. If only you trade what? If only you trade that again. Turtle soup. Otherwise, do not trade that shit. You're gonna get wrecked, my man. But on Bitcoin, on Solana, what do we have here? We had a deep retracement OTE as well as a monthly CRT here. Monthly CRT look at soup, monthly CRT high. You could definitely expect the 184 mark getting tapped, and we could probably see this getting tapped, but I'm not sure until Bitcoin tells me otherwise. That said that everything principle. Now going over to this, we have the same thing as been stagnating, same fucking thing as Bitcoin. So you look at super CRT high, another monthly look at super monthly high over OTE here as well. Same thing as Solana, Ether Bitcoin dominance. We are currently stagnating a lot in Ether Bitcoin dominance. Unless I see the next monthly candle go up higher, what if Bitcoin stagnates? We could see it fucking also to start very quick because it's been stagnating very hard, right? You can see he has had dominance, so you can see this is why I say the ultimate in the Saudi probably already happened. You can see right over here at the March. Ethereum was all the way around here, so that means it's high likely it's already happened. And when did the bull market start? Realistically, the bull market started at this low, right around this is November 22, right over here. The fucking January 23rd is when the bull market started. January. Right over here. That's where fucking Ethereum was, right? So the Ethereum had a lot of dominance during that time. And that's why all the coins fucking pumped a lot. That's why every coin X. So this is my crypto market update. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, share. Join the description below. And I'll see you guys later. Make sure you guys join Discord. Very important. I'll see you guys later, alligator. Peace out.